Hey guys, Joester here, welcome back to the channel, and this time I wanted to test this monitor with the Xbox Series X and also the Xbox Series S. This is the BenQ Mobiuz EX2710. This is a 27-inch 1080p 144Hz of refresh rate. It's in beautiful colors with the IPS display. It also has 1 millisecond of MPRT, 99% of sRGB. This is the HDR 400. It also has Freesync Premium, and this is mostly designed for gaming. So of course I wanted to test also gaming with consoles and to see if this works, the resolution of 1080p and also 120 Hz. So welcome to the channel, guys, and let's see if this BenQ holds up with the new consoles. Let's do this. Alright guys, so I'm going to start with the Xbox Series S. Now this is the more budget-friendly new console from Microsoft, but this is only capped at 1080p 120 Hz or 1440p as well. It is also capable of 60 Hz and 120 Hz, but if you connect it to this monitor, since this is a 2.0 HDMI 2.0, you're also capable of 4K 60. I mean, it's able to receive this resolution, but it's going to downscale it to 1080p because that's the native resolution of this monitor. Now, one cool thing about it, able to take 4K and 60 Hz is that you can also use HDR. As you guys notice, we have almost every green check mark right here except for the 4K 120 Hz, but everything else is almost, oh, also Dolby Vision and no 24 Hz at 4K, but everything else is pretty much on green. Now let's go into video modes and allow 4K selected, HDR and everything. So you will be able to use HDR, but the only problem is that, well, not a problem, but you'll get a downscale to 1080p. Does it look bad? Let's go real quick to Gears 5 and I'll show you just a little bit. It doesn't look bad. As you guys notice, there's the bottom right corner. It says HDR is on. You can use that, and let me just see if it's FreeSync is on. Yes, FreeSync Premium is on, HDR is on, 4K at 60 Hz. Everything looks like it's working properly. The only problem that I notice is that HDR, although it's 400, it is very limited. So it's, how can I say? Colors and contrast look nice, but it's not as bright. I feel like HDR does need to be a little bit brighter. Well, especially if you come from a TV. But in this case, I'm not going to test that. I've done videos about that before. I want to see how, if I can change that resolution to 120 Hz, right? So let's switch this to 120 Hz. Let's go right here, keep the new resolution, yes. And obviously the resolution is going to drop to 1080p. Now in order for you to take full advantage of this, we're going to have to uncheck 4K. Otherwise it won't change. All right, so now after you've done this, you're going to have pretty much everything without the green check marks. Everything says it doesn't support 4K. Hopefully, in the future, Microsoft implements HDR with other resolutions, just like 1080p or 1440p instead of only 4K, because as of right now, HDR only works in 4K resolutions. So now let me quit this Gears and restart it again to see if we can use 120 Hz. All right, so here we are. This is the main menu of Gears, and if you press start, you can go to options and then go to video, and there it is. Yes, so we can switch from 60 FPS to 120 FPS, which is pretty awesome. I like that option. So now let's go into a multiplayer. Let's just do a quick play, team deathmatch, and let's see how this performs. Let's do this. All right, so here we go. Guys, I must say my first impression so far, even though this is running at 1080p, it looks gorgeous. It looks beautiful. I'm almost positive that the Xbox is also doing super sampling, so oh my goodness. So of course it's going to help the picture to look a little bit better, or at least much better. Honestly, this is a 27-inch IPS, and it is kind of difficult with some games to tell the difference between this resolution and 4K, because it just looks very, very nice and colorful and very sharp too. And I did say some games because I have played other games like Call of Duty Warzone that you can clearly tell that difference of the resolution, you know, between 4K and 1080p. I can clearly see it. But in this case, Gears 5, Jesus, it looks beautiful, and it also plays very, very smoothly, very responsive. Now once again, this is running in SDR, and I'm also using Freesync Premium. Let me just double check that information. Yes, so 1080p, 120 Hz, HDR is off, Freesync Premium is on. It's right there on the right bottom corner. You can see all that information. So that is what the this monitor is running right now with the Xbox Series S. That's the last one, I guess. Alright guys, so now I start playing Call of Duty Cold War. One thing I noticed is just the frame rate doesn't feel good. I see a lot of frame drops, or I don't know, it feels like I'm running this at 30 frames per second. It feels horrible. And although I'm using the 120 Hz option, but it just doesn't feel right at all. You know, and another thing I notice, that we go here to settings, and I don't have the option of 120 Hz, not even ray tracing. I don't know why. So I'm gonna see if I can change this to 4K 60, and I'm gonna see if that makes any difference. All right, guys. So now I changed the resolution to 4K 60, and this is with HDR as well. And let me tell you, I do notice the difference. The frame rate is much more stable. For some reason, it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't run smoothly. It is noticeable, but now it seems like it's working fine. Now this is different with the Xbox Series X, let me tell you. It is different because that console is much, much more powerful than this one. So I'm gonna switch to the Series X in just a little bit. Just wanted to show you how this runs with the Series S. Alright guys, so now I connected my Xbox Series X, and let me tell you, this looks fantastic. And I'm also using the 1080p 120 frames per second option. What I also notice is that if I go to the settings, I'm able to see that 120 Hz refresh rate. It is enabled, so obviously this monitor supports it. And also ray tracing is also available here, although it's disabled right now. You can't use those two options at the same time. But playing games like this, obviously you want to use the higher frame rate, right? And it feels so much better than when I was using the Xbox Series S. Oh my goodness, what in the world? So I guess so far this game runs much better on the Xbox Series X. And if you have, or you want to buy the Series S, just run it at 60 FPS, at least for this game, because Gears 5, I had no issues running at 120 frames per second and 1080p with this monitor and the Series S. Oh my god, what the... Alright guys, another game that looks fantastic with this monitor. It's Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Man, this game looks beautiful. Never actually really put attention to how cool this game was until recently. But let me tell you, it looks and runs very, very cool. If you're there's probably a lot of fans of this game out there, but let me just show you a little bit on how this game runs. And it has some pretty awesome features or options. First of all, has super sample 6K at 60 frames per second. Yes, 6K. And 4K at 120 frames per second. I gotta say, like, both of these options run very, very cool and very smooth. I have no complaint about it. And also what I like is that this game is also very, very colorful, even though I'm running this at natively 1080p, you know? It doesn't even have HDR right now. But yes, this, in my opinion, this is a great option of a monitor, just in case if you're looking for, you know, this kind of size. Maybe you don't have a lot of money. Oh man, maybe if you don't want to spend too much money, this one sells for $330. Oh, I'm about to die. So $330 for a 27-inch IPS. It has Freesync Premium support. It has 120 frames per second support as well. What else? HDR support if you want to. Oh man, this guy is a beast. Oh, he already got me. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave a link in the description of the video just in case if you're interested in buying this monitor. Sometimes it does go on sale on Amazon. I've seen it for $269. So if you see that, I suggest to take advantage of that price. Thank you so much for stopping by, guys. I'm Joelster, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Joelster out. Oh no, already. Why? I'll see you guys. Oh, hey guys, Joelster here. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. By the way, did you enjoy this content? If you like this kind of content, if you'd like to support this channel, first off, make sure you like and subscribe. And also you can become a member. Just hit that join button. You get access to some of the emojis that I created. And also you get early access to some of my videos, the aftermath of the live stream that I do. But mostly, just want to support this channel, hit that membership program. All right, I'm working on more videos right now, so make sure you stay tuned for more. I'll see you guys. Joelster out.